What the hell just happened? Let's go, Blue. Let's go fix the TV. Huh? What does it do it? That was a weird place, but at least they had singers in the night. Hey, there's a wax factory. I mean, a creek runs alongside the highway and then turns toward a dirty brick building. A grinding drone from within the building is faintly audible from the interstate. Floodlights on the lawn illuminate smokestacks. At the edge of the building's parking lot, a large sign, partly obscured by trees, reads, Artificial Limb Factory. Well, that's where I have to go. Move. I gotta go here, I think. Right? Turn right, and then there should be a place that I go to around here. Up north a ways, by the lake, right where Peona and Wax Road meet. Oh, my bad. This is the Route Zero place. Up a ways. This is definitely up a ways. Where is the river? What is this? Oh, this is the edge. I can't go up here. Okay then. Is this the roads? I'm lost. I think I should have gone northwest, up this way. Through Mammoth Cave Road. A museum. A sign in front of the building just reads museum. The lights are off, but the front door is open. I'm gonna drive away, but I think that might be the place that guy wants to go to. Brownsville Road. Where is the lake? Is it up here? This is kind of a lake. It's like a river. I'm so lost. I'm looking for... What are those two roads? Peona and Wax Road meet. Where the heck is Peona and Wax Road? Oh, bait shop. Here it is. Conway pulls up to the bake shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten sign reads, Live bait, minnows small and also large for stripers, night crawlers, chips and beer. A green flyer hangs loosely from a bit of masking tape at eye level. To the shop's right, a dirt parking lot sprawls unevenly into the grass and then eventually trees. The bait shop is open. Read the flyer. Conway reads the flyer. Computer-printed type in a bold font surrounds a clip art illustration of a TV set. The TV has eyes, arms, and legs. Its shoulders are slouched. On the screen is a cartoon expression of exhausted nausea. A hot water bottle rests against its wire antenna. TV repair. No model too old. Inquire within. We do not sell digital converter boxes. Let's enter the bake shop. Oh. Cool, it's like one of these games. Narrow aisles, crowded with lures, reels, rods, and snacks, divide the shop lengthwise from the entrance to the cashier's counter. The left wall is lined with churning tanks of water. Look into the tanks. Conway approaches the tanks. The 3 metal tanks aren't labeled, and the water is too agitated to get a clear view of what's inside each one. The contents of the first tank are vaguely gray. The second is a muddy pink. The third is a clear but shiny silver flecks occasionally flash along its surface. I'm not going to reach into the fish tanks. That's just silly. Approach the counter. A wiry cashier stands behind the register, preoccupied with the Sudoku puzzle. Ask about Shannon Marquez's workshop. A handwritten sign on the door behind the counter reads, TV repairs. By appointment, please consult with cashier. The cashier knocks a few times on the door and waits, occasionally glancing at his puzzle. After a few moments with no answer, he notices a smaller note written on the sign. reads it, and then points it out to Conway. I'm guessing it says she's not there. Weaver, I got your message. Have left for the old mine. Don't know if I will see you there or what. Ready either way. Shannon. Huh. Weaver is the lady at that one place that I went to. Why are they going to an old mine? Ask about the baseball game. The cashier switches on the radio. An AM sports broadcast is playing, but Conway can't be sure if it's meant to answer or to drown out his questions. What a jerk. Oh, I can click the button and it goes faster. Cool. I'm gonna look into the tanks again. I'm gonna reach into the first tank. It is vaguely gray. Conway's hand brushes against something roughly the size of his palm. Reach deeper into the tank. Conway's hand comes in contact with a scaly, uneven surface. As he runs his fingers along the bottom, a bead of sweat bridges from the inches from his temple to the water's surface. Something bites at his forearm. He recoils. Oh, that was a good idea. Let's do it again in the second pinkish place. Conway's fingers slip through something fleshy but inert. The sensation is nauseating. Reach deeper into the tank, Conway. As his elbow passes into the pinkish mass, he realizes he's about to be sick from the smell, and then pulls away. Reach into the third tank. It is slightly silvery. The water seems to tremble with life. Conway can't tell if his hand is being nibbled by fish or massaged by the artificial current. As his eyes near the surface of the water, he can see something colorful growing faintly at the bottom of the tank. Reach deeper. A tremor spreads from his elbow to his fingertips, and to the base of his shoulder. His vision flickers. The water is running warm under his skin now. He has the sensation that something is about to snap. His eyes close. He lays on a rooftop. New shingles rough beneath his back, swelling in the noon sun. He is exhausted. They must have started before dawn. His legs are sore from holding stable on the uneven surface. His wrists from breaking old sealant. His fingers from carefully lifting shingles to hammer down new ones. I think Conway passed out and is having a flashback of his roof repair days. His boss, Ira, yells from the idling truck below. He shades his eyes with his hand. A beer would be good. It's barely past noon, but he's worked a full day already. What could the harm be? Maybe a shot at the counter? Just get his eyes open. Then a beer. He could offer to drive into town for lunch. Stop at that place on Cumberland. The cashier pushes Conway roughly on the shoulder. He's been talking, yelling maybe, but it's all an echo now. Conway looks up, his neck stiff with pain. His right palm still tingling. The cashier points to the tank, then above it to a few holes torn in the wall. Nail holes from which an electric sign has come dislodged and fallen into the water. He helps Conway to his feet, looks at him pitifully, and then returns to his cash register. An electric sign was in the water and I got electrocuted. Shit. That's no good. Let's leave the shop. Well, that was exciting. I got electrocuted. That's good. Oh, wait. Where was... I want to go find Shannon. They're at an old mine. Where was that? I need to go back into the bait shop and look at the note. I have left for the old mine. Don't know whether I will see you there or not. Oh, I don't know where that is. I guess I'll find out where the old mine is later. But maybe that museum has something interesting at it. Let's go look at the museum. That should be fun. It's right here, right? Guitar player. Is that where the museum was, or is that up there? A young man in gray-stained clothes sits to the side of the road. He is playing a war guitar. To his left is a blue mug, and to his right a weathered dog. Listen. The young man strums absently on the guitar, hums tunnelessly, and occasionally mumbles a word. Put $1 in the cup. The young man stops playing, pulls the wet dollar bill out of his whiskey, and then hands it back to Conway. Whoops, I didn't know it was full. I'm sorry, sir. You have beautiful musics. Where is that museum? Well, let's find Kentucky Route 0. Get back on the 65 heading north and take the first right after the artificial limb factory. Okay. Where is this route? On-ramp. On-ramp? That's a weird on-ramp. This place does not look very solid. Apparently this is an on-ramp. Blue, this is a weird place we've entered. This is the old mine? Oh hey, this might be the old mine. Shannon speaks into a large brick cell phone held up to her ear. Oh, I'm choosing what Shannon is saying now. Shannon is the lady at the place. Yeah, it kind of is an emergency. But can I trust him not to just change the locks? Yes, and I appreciate that, but... Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Love you. Hello there, miss. Oh, I am literally... her. Interesting. There's the dog. Conway. Excuse me, ma'am. I saw the light was on and I'm looking for the on-ramp, too. Shannon. What would Shannon act like? Let's make Shannon pretty eccentric. Do you believe in ghosts? Well, let's see. I do believe a place can be haunted, if that's what you mean. No, that's not what I mean. Well, okay, I've run across a few people who have acted like ghosts. Kinda there, kinda somewhere else. Me too. Oh yeah? Is that what led you down here? Yes. So, I guess this place must be pretty important. Maybe I'm in the right place after all. Here's what it is. I drive deliveries for a shop called Lizette's Antiques, and I'm out trying to finish this job. What kind of stuff are you hauling? Antiques, good stuff. Lizette has a sharp eye for the little good it's done her lately. You know, it's just one recession after another. Everybody's selling their old stuff cheap, but nobody's really buying. I have a delivery for 5 Dogwood Drive, but I can't remember ever seeing that address before. Now I heard I need to take a highway called the Zero. So I met this young lady, name of Weaver Marquez, and she sent for me this way, so here I am. Uncommon kind of place for an on-ramp, but that's what it's been like for so far anyway with... What? Weaver Marquez, do you know her? So you saw her. Tonight. I know Weaver. She's my cousin. I'm Shannon Marquez. Oh, you're the one who fixes televisions. That's right, did she tell you that too? Of course she did. Weaver doesn't lie. One time, when we were younger, she told me my dad had been in a terrible car wreck. There was crushed metal everywhere. She'd been hearing it echo through the house for years, she said. I was very upset, crying, and then my dad walked into the door. Just come back from a trip to the junkyard collecting scrap metal to fashion the wind chimes. I was angry, but she said it wasn't a joke, and that it wasn't a lie. At the time I thought she meant it was a riddle or a puzzle. But Weaver's not a puzzle, she's a mystery. So what are you doing down here, Shannon? I talked to Weaver earlier this evening, too. Or anyway, she talked to me. It's hard to tell if she's listening sometimes. Weaver told me I had to come down here to the old Elkhor mine. She said I'd find something I've been looking for. What are you looking for? I'm not exactly sure. I'll have a few ideas. I'll know when I see it. It's not such a bad thing, you showing up now. All told, I'd rather not going down there alone. Your dog should stay up here, though. It's not a place for a dog. This is an old mine. It runs pretty deep and tangled. If we're going down into it, find your on-ramp and whatever else, and we'll keep our bearings. I don't want to get turned around. I've got some gear here to measure conductivity, frequency response, stuff like that. Maybe we can find a way to put a signal out ahead. Do some analysis and figure out what kind of topology we're up against. Topology, okay. Topology, that's the science of continuous space, my friend. The way this twisty maze of passages fits together. I am now Conway again. Neat. Stay here, Blue. You're a good dog. Wait, what is this? Work tomorrow. That doesn't... I can't read it. Oh, it says no work tomorrow, but the N is backwards. Weird. Blue, you have to stay behind. I'm sorry. Good dog. I love the 3D but not 3D in this game. You guys are walking into each other. There we go. PA. Shannon, that runs into the mine's PA system. Do you think it still works? The little light on the front of it is off. Oh, there's no power. Yeah, okay. Even when this old mine is up and running, it was tricky to keep stuff powered. You know, the miners used to have to pay just to run the fans and the lights. Yeah, they got paid in these shitty plastic tokens. Coal script, you know. And if you want to run the fans for a bit to clear the air up, well, you have to put a token in. My parents used to work here. So did Weaver's parents. I guess a lot of folks' parents worked here. Can we power it up? I bet we just have to free up some of the power for the PA system. Everything is rationed here. Everything is rationed. Here, set up that lamp of yours, and I'll go unplug these ceiling lights. Clears his throat nervously. I heard the speakers back here crackle a bit. It's on now, right? Try saying something into the mouthpiece. Into PA. Well... Okay, I hear you. We need to measure the echo delay time and figure out how deep the tunnels run. Just make some noises into the mouthpiece. Rubs a finger along the surface of the mouthpiece. Hums a deep tone into the mouthpiece. Whistles. Oh, weird. Damn, that's a long delay. Those tunnels run deep. I bet some of them have ruptured or joined up with the cave system. Alright, I set up my spectrum analyzer. So just say something into the mouthpiece, and we can have a sense for how narrow the mine tunnels are. Don't be shy, just say anything that comes into your head. Tell me a story about something. Or what did you have for breakfast today? Here is a story all about how I had breakfast with Lizette. She made some biscuits. We talked about the day's work. Then we just sat there for a bit. Got it. Looks like the tunnels are pretty cramped. Yeah, low ceilings. I hope you're ready to stoop a bit. You're probably used to it. One more test. We just need to know if the air is breathable, or if it's too thin or too dense. Just sit real close to the mouthpiece and breathe. I'll measure the resonance of your breath with the air in the tunnels. Just try to relax. Try to breathe naturally. Breathes and thinks about resting. Breathes and remember a moment earlier in the day. Getting some pretty strong readings here. I think we're in good shape. Keep at it for a minute. Visualizes a hot meal. Conway breathes and relaxes as a peal of feedback and loose rock engulfs him. Oh shit! Jesus! Are you alright? What the hell? I'm okay. I've got you. You're alright. Shit, your leg is pinned. I'm going to pull you out. We have to get you out of here. There you go. Are you okay? Are you hurt? Can you put any weight on that leg? It's all messed up. Here, let's get you onto the tram. There you go. Now, let's see if this thing has power. Well, okay, there's some luck, right? We should be able to ride this tram right out of one of the auxiliary exits, if there are any. I think there are. What about Weaver? We'll just find the exit and then figure out what to do from there. That's our first priority. That's a good priority. That's a loud noise. So the controls are over on your side. Let's get moving. This thing is fancy. Whoops. What? Oh. I'm dragging it. Neat. Interesting. It's electrically powered by the power lines above it. What's here? This is really fidgety. Oh, I see. Weird. This is really weird. Faster. Faster. This is a bad place to be, Shannon. A turntable. Interesting. Can we look at the scarecrow on the wall? Why is there a scarecrow down here? There's a turntable. Oh, here we are. This may be hard to believe. It's hard for me to believe myself. But this whole branch was underwater last I heard. Is it safe? I guess so. Looks like they finally drained it. Or maybe it was just drained off on its own. The water came in pretty fast, and a lot of folks got trapped in the tunnels. I only heard parts of how it went from being from there, sanitized for the bereaved. You know how these big companies are. But there was gossip too. The trapped miners couldn't get all the pumps going because their power was rationed, so they shut all the lights off. But even then it wasn't enough. So I guess it was dark when they... Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. It doesn't matter now. Look, this old turntable is still wired up. The controls are dead, but I can use my signal generator to switch tracks, if the water hasn't damaged it too much. Or we can just keep heading down this tunnel. All this junk hanging up around the turntable is from the company store. Just junk, you know? The miners would buy it and then use it to decorate the place, or as landmarks. Oh god, why did I press that? Shannon connects the two clips to lead her signal generator to the turntable's electrical panel. We're on the track between the animal bones and the rowboat, so... Whoa, whoa. Oh, okay, between the animal bones and the rowboat. Yep. I guess there's 3 different ways we can go. Let's just continue on this way. Yeah, it's the safest way to go. Don't want to get too lost yet. We can always come back. Hopefully. If we turn now, then we'd have to make an adjustment in our memory. And then I would get lost, because I'm terrible at these sort of memorizing where I've been. Be careful of your head from hitting those live wires. It's dangerous. What's over here? Nothing? Keep going. There's some light. And an exit. Thank God. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, okay. I still like to look around a bit. I think I saw a tunnel with some broken up tracks back there. I'm wondering what's down there. Oh God, now I have to... Aw, man. I don't want to split up. That's a terrible idea. If you wait for me here, I'll just take another look around. That's what Shannon is saying. Oh, Conway does not want to go. Sure, okay, I'll be right here. No, this is a bad idea. I want to go back. Shannon, no. You have no light? Oh, I guess I have light. Shannon, this is a bad idea. Go back. Go back, Shannon. You cannot go back. Great. This is one of your worst decisions you've ever made, besides going here in the first place. I see many helmets. Oh, weird. Is that Conway? I think it is Conway. Hey, stranger. Did you find what you were looking for? Yeah, maybe. Look, we're not going to talk about that anymore, okay? Fair enough. How's the leg? I can walk on it, but it's painful. Oh, I've got some painkillers here that will help you out. I got them from a friend who sprained my wrist installing a security system. You better let me drive, though. They're pretty strong. Yeah, maybe that's best. Yeah, seriously, do not drive when you're taking drugs like painkillers. Bad idea. Don't be a man. Fuck. Don't worry, I've been driving since I was 9. This game is called Kentucky Route Zero. I still need to find the zero. Well, it's like I told you, Weaver doesn't lie. If she sent you here to find your on-ramp, this is where you should be looking. Or maybe you just weren't listening closely enough, and that's not exactly what she said. I saw Weaver at my workshop. That's up north by Nate Nolan, right at the Wax and Peona, in the back of the bait shop. Pretty glamorous, right? These are the times we live in. She's either up there or just back at the farmhouse. Whichever you want to head first, just let me know. Okay. Hey, Blue. Conway stands solemnly in front of Blue. Blue, this is Shannon. Nice to meet you, Blue. I've got some drained banana slices in my bag. Would you like one? Take care of your friend here, and there's more where that came from. Shannon is nice. Let's go to the car. I think I'm gonna head back to the bait shop first and not stick my hand in electrified water. There we go. What do these mean? What does that mean? What am I clicking when I click this? I clicked it. Lisette's Antiques. I guess this is your truck? This is my truck. Oh. Alright then. Well, let's go back to the antique shop. I mean, the bait and tackle shop. Right there. Conway and Shannon pull into the bait shop parking lot. Vaulted above the road on a thin steel bar, a handwritten blah, 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 blah. The bait shop is closed. Enter the side door to Shannon's workshop. Yeah, I got Shannon with me, I can enter it. Cheap metal shelves. Oh, the walls are lined with cheap metal shelves, loaded precariously with vacuum tubes, awkwardly shaped metal casings, and coffee cans full of electronic components. Shannon leads Conway to the back of the room, where a few TV sets in various states of disassembly are set up on rough wooden table. She flips the switch on the power switch, and they're all plugged into, and the TV sets tremble to life. Watch the TV sets. A ghostly white wobble flickering along one screen in a rhythmic pattern. Another is just snow. A third, a small security monitor in the middle of the table, is oscillating between different shades of black. Watch the TV sets. It's the same. Okay. Ask Shannon about Weaver. Shannon points to a small security monitor on the table. The image on the screen is just black, but it seems to be fading slowly, almost imperceptibly, between different shades of black. Shannon tweaks a few knobs on the side of the monitor, but the picture doesn't change. Stare at the security monitor. The screen is a cavernous black. It hums and swells at the pace of the tide. Conway loses track of the workshop's walls. They can be inches away or miles. He is adrift on black water, traveling swiftly toward a rocky shore. There should be a lighthouse or a buoy by these rocks. It's too dangerous. Shannon switches off the power switch. Weaver is not here. Don't go that way. Alright then. I got weirded out by a TV. Let's go to the farm. Weaver's place. That'll be good. What is with this burning tree, Shannon? Yes, why is it burning? Fix it. Hey there, Blue. You don't say that. She's right there. There are some horses out there behind the house. Remember the horses you and Lizette and Ira had? I miss them sometimes, the horses. Good backstory. The fuck was that for? Friggin' game? Jesus. Let's go to the damn farm. That wasn't people playing beautiful music. That was a spooky man walking in front of the camera. Let's go. My leg still really hurts. But at least I have painkillers. Thanks, Shannon. You're the best. Huh? What? Okay. Oh, Shannon is helping me walk. Thanks, Shannon. You're the best still. I feel like this is the beginning of a beautiful knowing each other. Graveyard. Look at the graveyard. There's nobody buried here, you know. It's decorative, I guess. That's weird. Or it's art or something. I don't know. A decorative graveyard? Weaver's folks were like that. Not morbid, I mean, but strange. Careless with tragic ideas. Oh, and look at that headstone. Marquez. I used to think that was for my parents. Now I don't know. Can we... Yep, I'm aware of this. Okay. Let's go over here. I have really long arms. My arms start at her head and reach down to her knees. That's creepy. Maybe I'm an alien. Hey, there's a tractor over here. Can I look at these? I cannot. Into the house. Go up the there you go. This is a weird place, Shannon. I'm just saying. Yes, there is a TV. I put that there. My bad. Hey, there's a sink. Wait, look at the sink. An abandoned spiderweb stretches across the bottom of a saucepan. A skillet is seasoned with dust. I don't think Weaver is alive or lives here. So, this is where she was. Yeah, makes sense. This was where Weaver and her parents lived. They took out a bunch of loans, you know, and had this place built. Do you have any debts? I owe some people some apologies. Well, you're lucky that's all you owe. My parents were like that, until the company store found a way to get to them. For my dad, it was tokens to run the fans and air purifiers, and for my mom, it was canaries. Two solutions to the same problem, but they sure sounded different. They put canaries in mines because canaries require more oxygen than people, so if the canaries begin dying in a mine, that means oxygen is waning and then the people need to get out of the mine before they die. That's what that was talking about. How did she pay it off? She didn't. She had no income. None of them did. I think eventually Weaver just put those math skills to work on all the red numbers in the family checkbook and got a clear sense of just how hopeless their situation was. So she left. I guess she just drove away in the middle of the night. They woke up in the morning and the car was gone. Never came back. Until tonight. Oh yeah, the car. There was a car there. Weird. Someone else told me to come here and talk to her. Huh, okay. I guess we aren't the only ones she's been talking to. Oh, that's not something you see every day. That old TV right there. Well, that's a damned antique for you. I had a model like that in the shop once, but I had to sell it off to make rent. Most painful decision I ever made. Say, do you mind if I open it up? Looks like the dials are all corroded, and the screen is leaking light a bit. Come on. I bet Lizette would never forgive you for letting a specimen like that fall into disrepair. I know, I brought that. Just gonna warn you, this TV does weird shit like this. Oh yeah, these tubes are all messed up. Looks like they've been in a swamp or a cave or something. There's moss growing on this one. That's okay, I have a few spares in my bag here. Here, I just pulled this one out of an old computer monitor. Just needs to be recalibrated a bit. Okay, that should be seeing something now. Are you seeing anything? The little bit to the left? Damn, okay. Here, I have the contacts are dirty. Now don't go telling my customers I clean off old vacuum tubes with spit. There, just gotta turn it north, south, and... Alright then. Well, that was cool. I guess the farm was Kentucky Route Zero or whatever. Neat. Act 2. Ah! The fuck was that for?